how we doing? Yeah, drinking beer? Make some noise if we're drinking beer tonight. Yeah. You know why, right? You know why? It's gross.
Less calories. There you go.
Listen, I'll give you a second, okay? Because my wife, she likes beer, but I never have. I've never gotten past the smell of it, let alone the taste.
Yep.
Smell it. Tell me it doesn't smell like domestic abuse. I drink vodka. I didn't bring it up, but I drink vodka. And it goes down a lot easier, and at the end of the night, I don't feel ashamed or embarrassed about what I did. I can just wake up the next morning with a black eye and an apology note. So, I gotta ask, do we believe in expiration dates around here? Like, yes, no, somewhat, somewhat? I feel like somewhat is probably the best answer. Because from like personal experience, I've realized there's certain things like milk that you can just pull out, you can smell it, you can taste it. If it's good, you can ignore the date on it. But like there's other things where like even as you get close to the expiration date, you're better off just like throwing it out and starting over, like don't even take the risk. Like condoms. So on an unrelated note, I do have 4 kids. They're currently at home identifying as orphans. Because when you have 4 kids, finding a babysitter, it's harder than grandpa when he ODs on Viagra. You typically wind up with the same result too. After 4 hours, somebody's going to go see a doctor. Because all my kids are animals, like even the cute one. We had open house at the school. She's in kindergarten. And we go into the school, and we get to her classroom, and as we come through the door, her teacher comes flying up to me immediately. She's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. Your daughter is such an angel. She is so well behaved. She is so well mannered. She shares with everyone. God, I just wish I had 10 of her. I know she's wrong. Nobody's ever said anything nice about any of my kids before this moment. But I can't tell her that because that'd be rude. So I'm just like, oh yeah, sure. Just to clarify, who are we talking about? And she goes, well, you're Cindy's dad. Oh, I see the confusion. No, I'm Ira's dad. She goes, oh. Oh. Thanks for coming. Now, when you have 4 kids like that, the amount of time you spend at home just yelling, like, quit running through the house. Don't jump on the couch. Quit hitting your sister. It gets exhausting. But last year I found out this really cool parenting hack. If you take your kids to the library, they'll yell at them for you. My kids spent their whole summer this year at the library. I was down by the lake enjoying the sunshine, the peace and quiet. It was nice. But all good things do come to an end. And yeah, I talked to them. Don't do that. I don't think these kids picked up a book. I don't think they looked at a map. I don't know what they did. But my daughter comes up to me to have a conversation. She's like, Dad, I gotta ask you this question, and I really need you to think about it. I'm like, all right, let's hear it. She goes, so, if you were born in Texas, you're a Texan. I wasn't. And Mom was born in Texas, and she was a Texan, also not. And then we were born in a different state that wasn't Texas. They were. Would we still be Texans, or would we be U.S. citizens? Yeah. So they go to public school, and that same kid, that Texas kid, she came home, she got high honor roll this quarter. I don't know if I should be proud or concerned. Because like last week, that same kid got herself a bowl of ice cream, bit into it, she's like, oh my God, this is cold. Puts it in a microwave. 30 seconds, comes out of soup, she's like, oh, I gotta put this back in the freezer. High honor roll, really? Apparently where we go to school, high honor roll does not mean you're going to be able to move out when you get older. We're getting into the holiday season. that's a scary time for me. It's not even about like money, like, oh my God, the presents. For me, the holiday season gets rough. Because my wife, she's always teetering right on that edge of insanity, like, will you snap today, or is everything gonna be okay? But she has a tell, right? Whenever she's about to snap, whether it's from me, the kids, or the guy in front of her that's doing the speed limit, she'll turn on Christmas music to make herself a better person. So come the holiday seasons when it's like acceptable to listen to Christmas music all the time, I never know what I'm actually gonna find when I come through the door. So like the other day, I was leaving work 5 minutes late, and I called her immediately. I'm like, hey, I just got to work. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I'm heading home. Do you need me to pick anything up? She's joyous. Christmas music blaring in the background. She's like, nope, just making dinner. Everything's good. I'm like, all right. She goes, you need anything else? I'm like, no. She goes, all right, I love you. I'll see you when you get home. Hangs up. I'm like, all right. So I drive straight home, come in the house, Christmas music blaring. As I walk into the kitchen, I spot one of my kids in the corner in the living room facing the wall. At that time, the Christmas music stopped. I turn and I look at my wife. She's glaring at me at this point. She goes, what in the hell is going on? Where have you been? I have been dealing with your hellions for the last half an hour while you've just been lollydicking your way home. You are late. Do you have anything at all to say for yourself right now? I love you. I'm sorry. Santa Claus is coming. 5 minutes later, I'm standing in the corner like, what'd you do? Last week I got pneumonia. That was fun. Yeah, they prescribed me some antibiotics and an inhaler. Raise your hand if you use an inhaler on a semi-regular basis. You're the true heroes. I was not feeling at all winded or anything else, but I was like, all right, they gave me an inhaler. It's for a reason. I should try it. I almost passed out trying to use it, and I was not having breathing problems. Like, there's apparently a technique to this that does not quite click in my head. Because I'm telling you right now, it would have been more effective for me to spritz it in the air like body spray and just like, on my way through. And I'm sitting here doing this just like choking on the inhaler. Like, if it was life or death, I wouldn't be here. That's all I'm saying. Like, it was not a good time. And my wife's looking at me like I'm an idiot. And she's like, it's not that hard. I'm like, I get it. I said, but neither's reaching that, and look where you are. We have security cameras in our house. Just in case she beats me, I can tell the cops that's really what happened. Not really, but I tell her that, so she'll be nice to me. We started with security cameras outside, but then we got them inside, and let me just say, it's kind of leveled up the parenting game for us. Because now it's not a matter of like asking the kids like, hey, why is your sister crying? It's like, hey, you got about 5 minutes till I find out why your sister's crying. You want to tell me what's going on? It's, like I said, it's made it really convenient for parenting, but it's also had this really terrible side effect that I didn't necessarily think about when we installed them all. Do you understand how many sex tapes I've now made? I have not been to the gym enough for that lately. Yeah. I'll just leave it at that. But I will say, again, like the parenting aspect is good for that, because now I can see everything they've been doing. I know when they're lying, I know when they're telling the truth. And then I can think back to my own childhood and figure out the best way to punish them. Because I'm a 90s country kid, and I mean like real country. Like my grandfather always told me growing up, cow shit's nothing but grass and water. So I thought that meant you can just throw it at whoever you want. I threw cow shit at my sisters so much when I was growing up, and I will say that is the worst grass stain I've ever had to get out of anybody's clothes. But needless to say, we didn't play conventional games growing up out in the country. So like our favorite game to play when we were little, we called Super Coochie. I did not know the meaning of the name. My sister came up with it. So you can blame her, but I wish it wasn't that, but that's what it was. And then when you try to explain to people, like when you go to school and they're like, what'd you do this weekend? And you're like, oh, I played this game Super Coochie with my sister. And they're like, excuse me? I'm like, no, it's not bad, let me explain. So my sister goes out in the yard and gets on her hands and knees. I'm like, excuse me? And you're like, no, really. Like, so my sister goes out and she gets on her hands and knees, and then we grab 2 bicycles and we ride up to the top of the driveway, and then we race down the driveway and see who can run her over first. That's not even a joke, that's just a game. And there's winners and losers because it's the 90s, like not everybody gets to win. So if you run over the person in the yard, you win. Anything good? No. As the winner, you get off your bike and you gave it to the person that you ran over, and then you crawl around on your hands and knees on the ground. I lost so much. Does anybody have sleep apnea? No? No lucky individuals in here?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I don't look like this because I'm pretty.
I will say I envy you. I wish I had sleep apnea. Like, it's nothing against my family. I love them all, but just that option to unplug and let faith take its course at night. I'm telling you, I live at home with 4 girls and my wife. 5 of them. I have the shortest hair. Oh, it is a nightmare on the day-to-day. The person with the shortest hair that's not me still goes past their shoulder blades. I am a mechanic. I work on cars for a living in New York State. The amount of salt on these roads, if you lick me, I'm like a salt block. I have more salt on me on any given day than a McDonald's French fry. I am about to rust. The first thing I need to do when I come home is take a shower. And every day when I turn that shower on, without fail, give it 5 seconds, 2 inches of water in the bottom of the tub. Every time. I look down, Chewbacca's just living there permanently. Doesn't pay rent. And I've asked them to help me out. I'm like, can you help me out? Like, pull it out of the drain. I don't care. Put it on the shower wall. Make it look like the shower forgot to shave this week. I don't care. Just pull it out of the drain for me. Can't do it. And it doesn't matter how much I ask. Nobody will own up to it. So like, I've started coming up with my own ways to figure out who it is. So now, every weekend, I'll clean the shower out and make voodoo dolls. You just walk around the house Sunday morning like, hey, who does this one look like? Does it look like you? You want to chance it? Yeah. Didn't work. So my dad, he's getting up there, he just turned 60. That's it. He's not real good with technology though. And that's the thing. So he's got an Amazon Alexa now, and he uses it for everything. Music, lights, the whole 9. It listens way better than my wife's Google does, so I give him that. But he's still learning how to use it. So we set it up for him. We just put him on our account. The other day, well, I shouldn't say the other day. Last year, I was on my way here actually. My wife's phone goes off and it's Alexa as a text message because my dad learned how to broadcast messages to his house, which seems normal until you realize my dad's divorced and lives home alone. So I have no idea what he's using this for. But this text message comes through and word for word, it just says, when I get home, dinner better be ready and you better be naked.
Oh my God.
Now, I'm pretty sure that's not meant for my wife. So we call him. And as he answers, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just on my way home. I'm like, well, I'm not coming over for dinner. He goes, excuse me? He said, nothing. And before we could continue the conversation, my phone starts ringing the other line. It's my kids calling me. So I'm like, hold on, kids are calling, home loans, orphans, whole deal. You gotta answer this. So I answer the phone, and it's my oldest. And she's like, hey. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Everything okay? She goes, yeah, we were just watching TV on Prime Video. I'm like, okay. She goes, this really weird message came up on the TV. Oh, yeah, no, ignore that, please. That is Grandpa. He's on his way to his house. If you could do me a favor, please don't cook anything. And for the love of God, when we get home, have your clothes on.
That's awesome.
All right, you guys, I'm going to leave you with this one, okay? This is a real thinker. This one's been bothering me for a while, right? So cannibals. Do you think they look at anti-vaxxers as organic meats?
Oh.
All right, you guys, my name is Kyle Gordy. Give it up for Jason, everybody.